The Dallas Cowboys defense crumbles in mile-high meltdown. The Dallas Cowboys had a golden opportunity on Sunday, a chance to climb above 500 for the first time in over a year, and they were doing it in the thin air of Denver. But instead of soaring, they crashed and burned, losing to the Broncos 44-24 in a game that exposed glaring weaknesses. And this is the part most people miss. It wasn't just a bad day. It was a regression to the defensive woes that have plagued them all season. This loss wasn't just about the score. It was about missed opportunities, self-inflicted wounds, and a defense that seemed to forget the progress they'd made just a week prior. 5 key takeaways from the Cowboys' mile-high misstep. 1. Missed chance against a depleted secondary. All week, the Cowboys knew Pat Surtain II, the reigning Defensive Player of the Year, was a threat. But when he briefly left the game injured, they failed to capitalize. Dak Prescott, instead of targeting George Pickens, who had burned Surtain's replacement, Chris Abrams-Draine, opted for a slant to CeeDee Lamb, which was broken up. Against Denver's formidable pass rush, quick strikes were crucial, and this missed opportunity was a turning point. 2. Penalty parade derails momentum. Penalties have been a silent killer for the Cowboys this season, and Sunday was no exception. Multiple pre-snap penalties, including a crucial false start on 3rd and goal, forced them into passing situations where a run might have been more effective. Head coach Brian Schottenheimer admitted at halftime that these self-inflicted wounds were costing them dearly. While they cleaned up their act in the second half, the damage was already done. 3. Injuries expose defensive depth. The Cowboys' defense was already thin, with key safeties Wanye Thomas and Donovan Wilson sidelined. Losing Elijah Clark to a rib injury during the game further depleted their secondary, forcing them to rely on converted cornerbacks like Reddy Stewart and Corey Ballantyne. Linebacker Jack Sanborn's last-minute absence due to a groin injury left them with only 4 healthy linebackers. While these injuries weren't the sole reason for the defensive collapse, they certainly didn't help. 4. Defensive regression. Back to square one. Last week's win against the Commanders seemed to signal a turning point for the Cowboys' defense. They blitzed more, played more man coverage, and looked like a unit on the rise. But Sunday's performance was a stark reminder of their old habits. The Broncos averaged a staggering 13.3 yards per play in the first quarter, and rookie R.J. Harvey's untouched 40-yard touchdown run was a symbol of the defense's inability to stop the run or generate any pressure. 5. Trade deadline looms. Can one move fix this? Cowboys owner Jerry Jones insists the trade deadline isn't a reactionary measure. But Sunday's game highlighted numerous areas needing improvement. The defense needs help at multiple positions. And it's hard to believe a single trade can fix all their problems. Food for thought. Can the Cowboys turn their season around with a few strategic trades? Or is a more fundamental overhaul needed? Is the defensive coaching staff utilizing the talent they have effectively? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below.